So here's the science of it. When you think a thought for 17 seconds, the law of attraction will kick in and bring you a matching thought. And that thought is more powerful. Now, most people don't get past that because you're so scattered. Your phone rings, you get a text, something else happens. But if you could hold that thought, and let's call it a wanted thought, not a tragedy thought. If you hold that thought for another 17 seconds, another thought like its combined thought will join it. Can you feel the exponential quality of this? It's a thought, and now it's double that, and now it's double that. You ever played that game to see how big that number gets when you double it every time? Another thought like it joins it. Once you've been doing that for just over a minute, about 68 seconds, it's a little less than that now, minutely less than that now. Now, the vibration of that pure thought, that non-resisted thought, has enough momentum just in 68 seconds that a manifestation capable of getting your attention, as you're that much tuned in, an idea will come, even a phone call could come. You can witness the evidence of just that little bit of clear thought. That sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? Doesn't that just seem like a ridiculous short period of time? You know why? Most people can't go 68 seconds without contradicting the very thought. Want to play with us?
Yes.
Take some belief you want to foster. Like
my community will find me.
We're going to guide you first, and then we'll come back to that. A thought like, I am understood by my inner being. So pick that thought. Pick that thought. Anybody got a timer? Get out your phone, set the timer. Watch when we cross the 17-second point. Set a timer. Not everyone. 17-second timer. Go. We're speaking for you. I sort of kind of understand that I am an extension of source energy. And it makes sense to me that there's a larger part of me that remains non-physically focused, and here I am. Again, I can feel that I came with great purpose. I can feel that I intentionally focused here, and I can feel the clarity with which that decision was made. And I can tell when I'm in this physical body, again, when I'm aligning with that and when I'm not. I like knowing that I am this extension and that I've come to go beyond. I like understanding the contrasting nature of life, and I like choosing from it new ideas, and I like knowing that that non-physical part of me is focused as well. I like knowing that as I am coming into this physical body, that I come with all of that. Support isn't quite the right word, but I like knowing that I can feel when I'm in alignment with that. I like knowing the purposefulness with which I came into this physical experience, and I'm beginning to understand the power that that brings with us. All my life I've heard about the Creator, and I've thought of the Creator as that, like God is a creator, like the creator of planets and the creator of things that are big, and I've never been able to really feel myself as the creator of all of that. But now I'm beginning to understand, as I understand the science of the vibrational nature of all of us. I can feel when I'm focused, and I can feel when that focus is steady, and I can feel when more thought joins. In fact, I can almost feel, I think I might be feeling that my inner being is joining me in this thought, and I can feel a sort of confidence and sureness and well-being that feels like it's sort of dominating everything around me. It's like I am part of this world, and the world is fine as it is, and I can feel that it doesn't feel to me like I need to do anything to fix anything, like everything is just right on track the way it's supposed to be, and like it's not my job. I can stay in my lane. I do not have to take care of anything else. My job is to maintain alignment with the energy that is me. And I have the feeling that as I'm and maintain alignment with this energy that is me, that more thoughts about who I really am will come to me. Like more thoughts about why I came might even come to me as I find this vibrational place. I'm beginning to know that the entire world is lined up to assist me, that there's contrast everywhere, and that from this contrast I will find the ideas that are necessary for the creation of whatever is important to me. I can feel that I can be or do or have anything that I want, and that my work is not to look around for it and try to find it. Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? But that all of that has been set into motion, and all the days that I've been in this body, I've been sifting and sorting and saying it's that, it's that, it's that, it's that, and that my inner being knows that it's that and that and that and that, and the cooperative components have all been gathered, and as those cooperative components have been gathered, the energy that creates worlds is taking me toward all of that, and that my work is simple. My work is to stay in alignment with that, and everything that I'm asking for will come about. I'm starting to understand that creation is entirely different than I thought it was. I thought I had to come and prove worthiness, and now I know that I was worthy when I got here, and there was nothing I could do that would cause me to be less than worthy. Now I'm beginning to understand that I am pure positive energy, and that I get to choose, and that when I choose, things are in motion, and now all I have to do is line up with what I've chosen. And I'm born with a guidance system that lets me know when I'm doing that and when I'm not doing that. This is the easiest thing ever, just like I knew it would be. I'll go, I'll sort and sift, I'll launch rockets, and I'll know when I'm in alignment with what I'm asking for, and I'll know when I'm not, and everybody else gets to do the same thing. I love being in this world with all of these others that get to do that same thing. We understand in different points of view, we understand from different momentums, but we are all blessed and getting whatever it is that we're focused upon. And I, for one, like being a deliberate creator, doing it on purpose. And it's all right where everybody else is. They're all doing the best that they can. But I will not settle for less than feeling good now. And when I come to what others call my death experience, and I know is really more like my cat door experience, I'll just reemerge into non-physical, and I will embrace all of this powerful knowing that I am knowing right now while I'm in this physical body. I may not be inclined to speak it out loud to a lot of people because a lot of people couldn't understand it, and I've been going long enough, well over a minute, well over 2 minutes, well over 3 minutes, and so I've got a lot of momentum going, and most people would not be able to be up to speed with me. They would not be able to feel what I feel. It would be a hair blowing back experience, and they would not be ready to embrace me. But that's okay, because I don't need anybody to embrace me. I don't need any support or any understanding from anybody. I've been spending a lot of time trying to get people to understand me, and they're not ever going to understand me because I am pure positive energy, and I get to be or do or have whatever I want, and they do too, and they don't know, but I do, and they do too, but they don't know, but I do, but they do too, and they don't know, but I do, but they do too. So that's what momentum is. That's momentum. That's how you get a belief going. That's how you get a belief going. And now you've got that belief going for a while. That was enough that as you were listening in, that is your knowing too. You now know that. And your life in the next few days will demonstrate that to you. You will see a demonstration of this new knowing that you've shifted into. At first it was a little slow going. You weren't quite sure what was going to happen. By the time we came to the end of that, you were tuned in, tapped in, turned on with all that you know. Watch what happens next. So what makes anyone inclined to do those things that hold it off? You want to be right, and we understand why. You've worked hard for your beliefs and opinions. You've vetted your opinions against everybody else. You've worked hard for your opinions. You can hear them all day, every day. Listen in to what's going on at the conversations at the tables around you. Most everybody, they are defending. And in every moment that they are defending and justifying and proving that they are right, in those moments, they are not in alignment with source energy. That's why everyone's so uptight. They're trying so hard to be right, and they're not letting all of the things that they deserve in their quest to be right, instead of in their quest to be love or in alignment or to feel good. And that's why we teased with you a little bit. We were strong with you, and we liked what came back to us because we gave you the answer, but you were dug in on what you wanted to say. You were dug in on it. Almost everybody's dug in on it. We don't blame anybody for being dug in on it, but we wanted you to feel being dug in made you not authentic because you had shifted. You had shifted, and it was normal for you to go with the shift, but you were still dug in on the opinion that you sat down in the chair with. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, I'm going to give you some questions. These are multiple choice. How do you feel about negative emotion? Do you feel A, guilty for having it because you should know better? B, embarrassed because you're in front of all these people? C, curious, interested in why it's there? And D, thankful for the contrast that brings the clarity?
Embarrassed.
Yeah. So you haven't made it the top priority. You see, Esther was embarrassed too for a minute. Embarrassed that she teaches deliberate creation, for God's sake. She teaches deliberate creation, and she invited you all here into a really obnoxious environment. And for just a moment, she felt embarrassed. I should be able to do better than that. I've been doing this for 30 years. I should be doing a much better job. I should be setting a much better example. So that embarrassment flickered around in Esther for a little bit till she remembered what really mattered. What really mattered is the conversation that we're having together, and the clarity that we're having together, and the ability to be in a world that's the world that it's going to be, because it's not going to be exactly the way you think you want it to be all the time, whether it's about other cultures coming together or other countries coming together, or whether it's just the components of your own life coming together. There's always going to be something that you want improvement about, because you're an eternal being. You're always going to have open loops. We want you to make peace with the open loop. This was an open loop. Oh, this loop was way open. This was an open loop. And she's not going to go back to Angie and say, you need to never let this happen again. You know why? Angie's the girl that booked the room that is in Esther's office in San Antonio. She had no possible way of knowing this. Even the girl in this hotel who booked this room to this group and that group had no idea what the configuration was going to be. Esther didn't tell her there were dead people coming. And so you got to lighten up on yourself. You've got to accept that this is life. That life is newness and sometimes a little unsteadiness, but then you shore up your steadiness by remembering how well you've done. So you look for easy existing matches. I've been here something like this before, and I've done fine. And our favorite one is, our favorite way to get your attention when you think you don't like negative emotion. When the fuel gauge on your vehicle shows that you are empty, do you refuse to accept it? Do you put a happy face sticker on it because you're just embarrassed that you let it get so low? I don't want anybody to know I'm this irresponsible. Or do you just go fuel up again? Just fuel up. Just reconnect. That's all. You have more open loops than anyone in this room. And that's a compliment.